What's it really look like to love God and to know that God is for us, not against us? For me, this kind of came to a conclusion a couple of weeks ago at our church when a young man walked up and he goes, "Chris, what else do I need to do?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Man, I ruined my life. I've come to church. I found God. I've accepted that. Now I'm trying to do everything. I just know I'm still missing a lot of stuff. I'm just not feeling it." And I realized, oh no, this guy's fallen into the Christian trap that a lot of us fall into. We give our life to God, and then we see this as a bunch of rules and regulations, things that we have to do, and then somewhere at the end of this list, we're going to find this relationship. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I go, "Sit down if you got a second. You're starting off backwards." You see, 1 John chapter 4, it says, "This is love," in verse 10, "not that we love God, but that God has loved us and sent his son as an amazing sacrifice for our sins." He goes, whoa, 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 whoa. This is a loving relationship with God. Not that we have to do all kinds of stuff to love God, but understand first how much God has loved us. That's where the relationship starts. You see, I sat and told this guy, it's sort of like my marriage. Once I got married, do you understand the list of rules that came with it? I can't date other people anymore. I'm not supposed to call up old girlfriends or hang out with them. In fact, anyone from the opposite sex, I got to be careful about where I go, what I do, not to be seen just alone with them. I can't go to clubs anymore. I can't go to bars with my friends. I can't go to places where all kinds of stuff's being done. My wife expects me to be home every night. If not, I have to call her. If I'm making plans, I have to run it by her. She's got rules on where I can put my clothes, where I can't put my clothes. In the home, she has these little expectations of what I do, how I help out, what I don't help out, what I do with kids, what I do with others. I have to include her on my plan, my calendar, and right there you're saying, whoa, whoa, enough. Dude, you must have married a witch. And I go, well, be careful. That's my wife you're talking about. Oh, you know what? It's because I've told you all the do's and don'ts that come with marriage to keep a marriage healthy. What I didn't tell you is this incredible woman that I have in my life. What she makes me, what she brings me, how she fulfills me, this incredible relationship. And the list just tells me how to make sure I keep that relationship on fire, how I don't train wreck it and screw it up. So don't get me wrong, the marriage that I agreed to wasn't a bunch of lists and do's and don'ts. It was this incredible relationship that comes with things to do to keep it that way, and don't do that would ruin it. That's 1 John. Do you understand love is that God first loved you? It's a relationship. This isn't a list of things I do to keep it. This is a list of things I do just to make sure, man, that marriage, that relationship with God is healthy and strong. This isn't a list of things I do to earn God's love. This is because I already have God's love, how to make sure it is strong, how to make sure it is fulfilling, and how to make sure I walk in everything this relationship has for me. Don't get it backwards. This isn't legalism. This isn't a bunch of do's and don'ts. This is simply God saying, hey, here's how to protect our relationship so that it can set your heart and your life on fire. How you doing it with it today?